this. Opening music be damned. Intro be damned, I guess. So, that was a good break. I got to chat to a couple of people I haven't spoken to in a long time, so that was really nice. For anybody who doesn't know, I used to live in Malta. I also did a massive Facebook friend purge and all that sort of thing. And I just got in touch with somebody who I thought I may have accidentally purged, and turned out I hadn't. But we got to have a brief little chat, but their account got locked. Um, they didn't recover in time, so I was like, "Oh crap! Did I accidentally purge you?" No, I did not. Hacks happened. But like we had a very brief, excited, "Yay, human!" And others like some one of my distant relatives in Malta is currently outside of Malta skiing. Another one is currently running a lecture for on film language, and tried to get me into the lecture, like it was mostly accessed via remote. But unfortunately, because I'm not a licensed educator anymore, because I'm not a licensed educator, um, I couldn't attend. But it was good. I still got to chat to people, and so that was nice. Anyway, so where were we? Right. So, I needed to find the Weeping Bell for a reason, and I've forgotten why. So the Weeping Bell was the golden light thing. That's right. It was the G7 thing. Ah. No, not G7. What is the Latin name for L? Okay. L7. L7 is what I want. There we go. I amble through meadowland, stopping every so often to examine any wildflowers that catch my eye. Buttercups, daisies, cowslips, red clover, knapweed, catsia, and hidden among them something new for my collection. Looks like true something new for your collection. For my collection. For the collection. Collecty collections. So that's those two. Cool. Oh, I don't remember getting that one. Oh wait, that's the one I just got. Duh, genius. Anyway, so that's the card done. I'm not going to bother figuring that out yet. I'm sure I probably got everything, but I'm not going to bother figuring that out yet. There was also that. Follow the Duddon tributary. So, the Duddon has to be a river, right? And a tributary is going to be something that's coming off of the river. So, let's find the Duddon. Esk. Duddon. Okay. So, that's not... So, that's got to be that one, so we've got to go there. And I haven't watered the place. Water the plants. And for anybody wondering, yes, I did have to go and look up for the golden light, because I knew it was in there. I knew it was in the book, but when I scanned through the book before, I didn't spot it, so I was just like, no, I'm not going to scan through it again. I just found it. Which I still hate, but I need to get through this game, which sucks. Never seen this plant before, and here it is growing in abundance. New plant acquired. That thing. Hurrah! Alright, and that's all the quest points, I think. We still have this one, which is tied to this thing. So that's our 5 plants. So I don't think I need this. All this was telling me was south of the Great Oak. So I've solved that, technically. That, I guess we probably don't need, although I'd still be interested if those two things correlate. But they may not. And that can go into the archives. Cool. Milton Forbes. Allow me to present my services. I own a small shop that specializes in curiosities. I would have thought that someone in your position ought to be interested in perusing our collection of manuscripts and elixirs, for example. Yes, I would. Arnside Antiquities, 21 Orchard Road. Is Arnside a place, or do I just go somewhere in Undermere? I feel like I'm just gonna go somewhere in Undermere. Oh no, Arnside, down there. The dark exterior of Arnside Antiquities blends into its surroundings, a tailor called Jones and an ugly-looking haberdashery, to the extent that I walk past it 3 times before I find it. Inside, however, I am greeted by a world of intrigue and wonder. Old trinkets sit alongside faded books and manuscripts, while strange utensils and machines, their uses unfathomable, occupying rows of display cases. It is some time before I peel myself away, returning to Undermere with 2 new recipes for elixirs that demand further study. Alright. Elixir of the Damned. Said to bring a person back from the brink of death, but at the expense of their soul. So it's Datura. St. Quentin's Elixir. Enable any drinker to overcome their sense of fear. But remember, fear is not always a bad thing. Okay. Well, I guess that's it for now. Let's, whoop, 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 and end the day. So yeah, as I said in the previous stream, I'm pretty much going to be relying on walkthrough for a lot of things, because I just need to get through this game as quickly as possible. As much as I really love trying to solve the stuff myself, if I hit a stumbling block, I'm just going to jump straight to the walkthrough. I hate it, but I will. Equipped with the artist's knowledge, she journeyed west to the Stone Circle. Unknown to her, she was not alone as she made her preparations. Endmore Raven Spider. Well, that's not East R S. Like, that's not East R South, because what the hell would R be? Endmore Raven Spider. I feel like Whiteseer Cave should come up. It feels like, not quite a wordplay, but, you know, spider, cave, I don't know. Again, I hate to do it, but we're just going to jump straight to the walkthrough instead of trying to properly puzzle it out. Okay, so Enmore is a place. Enmore. There. Okay. So that means this Raven Spider? Is Spider on this thing? Raven Spider. Okay. So I have to go to 2 locations? Raven. Okay. Why did I come here? Excellent question. Maybe I... Alright, let's try starting at N... Oh, god damn it. Okay. Enmore. Alright, so Raven, Spider... Do I need a... The Spider's got to be the end point, right? So, let's try that way. damn it. That one? Yeah. A jackdaw croaks, hidden somewhere nearby. Strange shapes of old stones pierce the long grass. Among them, some plants. Bro! So many plants! So many plants! I should check the achievements of this game, see if there's, you know, achievements based on what plants you uncover or something. I don't know. Have you heard of this masked woman? Yes, many times. Imagine having that amount of power. Nations would kneel before you. You would be a god. That creature, it's huge, unstoppable, and they say it obeys her every command. Would certainly come in helpful with my father-in-law tomorrow. Wow, that's a statement. I guess I'll just have to settle for some Daisy Dock to help get me through it instead. Whoop, wrong thing. Daisy Dock, which plant are you, Daisy Dock? Okay, so that's the ancient warrior plant. Which has not been identified, so maybe it's that one? Daisy Dock! Aha! It's Dead Man Fingers. That is Dead Man... Well, I think I said Dead Man's hand, but it's Dead Man's fingers. And this is Daisy Dock. Yeah, I know what that is. Doesn't matter. So it was delivered in an unusual way. I got an achievement for patting the cat. There was no address provided, just the horticulture spelled wrong. I have to assume it was meant for you. If we know your plants, this letter is for you. Okay. Haha, so you got it working. Oh, yes, yes, it works, it works. Look to the north of Bowfell at the source of the river. Esk. I think I saw that one earlier. Nobody knows it grows there. It will be our little secret. Ho ho. So north of Bowfell River Esk. River Esk. North of Bowfell. Okay, so yep, right there. Sure enough, I find a plant here that I've never seen before. New plant! Cool. That's done. Ding! My husband likes to forage for mushrooms, but I'm worried about the ones he's brought back from his latest venture. He's just been on a trip across the lake exploring the woods to the west of here. He's got a big bag full of odd-looking mushrooms that he says are perfectly safe, but they don't look edible to me. And I brought one with me to help identify it, but he's hoarding them because he thinks I'm going to throw them out. I'll come back tomorrow. Stun mushrooms, woods west of Undermere, across the lake. Alright, so let's just go straight there. Mushrooms? Have I never been here before? They're hard to find at first, but soon I'm seeing them everywhere. Okay. The red caps have a spongy texture. Yay, sponge! Lord Fremont told me he was able to help you find some information on the servant. I've been looking all over the library, but all I've discovered is a mold problem. I hope you might have some sweet breath that could help clear it up. Sweet breath, is that an alternate name for that one that clears toxins? But I can't remember which one clears toxins, so we're just gonna jump through the walkthrough to find exactly what plant it is. I'm pretty sure it's gotta be the clear toxin one. That... Okay. Walkthrough does not seem to be helping. What is her name? Simone Green. Oh, it says it right there. She's after the Palians. Duh, I'm blind. Look at me. Genius sometimes. Look at the freaking text in front of you. My cousin will be married in 3 days. If you've got some Trimble huff, then it'd save me the trouble of going out there to find it myself. If you knew my cousin, you'd know she's not worth the trouble. Wow. Okay, ST Trimble huff. It's the strengthened relationship one. The cross section of the small cup-like flowers, they generally point downwards to avoid filling with water and to allow easy access for pollinating insects. Oh, isn't that nice? Alright. No, I've identified that one already. Normally point down. I don't think it's that one. I reckon it's that one. No? That doesn't look like that, does it? No. Screw it, we're just going to do the hints. Alright, well I know it's none of those, so it actually has to be that one. That one. Thank you. Does not look right. I clearly it is, but my brain... Imagine playing this game without putting notes on anybody, on any of them. Sheer memory or deductive reasoning every time. Now, did I have anything left to investigate? I have Elixir 1, Elixir 2, whatever this is. 1813 Gosforth. Let's just go to Gosforth. Oh, right, I've been here. I did that before and got nothing. That's right. And I can't flip that or anything. Alright, I think that's all I've got to do. Oh, really? Really? Now I get this? That's the same symbol. Okay. And the tree and all that. Okay. So I guess now I go to Gosforth. Just suffered freaking mental instability for nothing, I guess. A shepherd watched as she prepared the leaves and roots that she would require. He watched as the hours dragged by the sunset as she worked by candlelight. At times sitting still, at times moving like a dancer among the stones. The change happened suddenly, but also subtly, so that at first the watcher was not sure that anything had happened. Then he saw it. Dun dun dun! Tomorrow's story. Alright, 8 miles to the east. Okay, let's do that. So that gives us Gosforth, and 8 miles is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That one, right? No. Wrong one. Well, no, I'm not using the walkthrough, otherwise I wouldn't have made that freaking mistake. Unless it was all a cutting plan. It's not a cutting plan. Oh, right, so, I wanted to talk about the future of this channel a little bit as well. So, unfortunately I need to stop doing the thesis streaming soon, because, well, I need to move on to doing the analysis. And then once I've done the analysis, blah blah blah, like, there's only so much that I can really do. I really want to do more games, but I need to make sure I've got enough time to write the thesis, get it reviewed by my supervisors, and be done. And their basic statement was, if you're not nearly finished by April, you should probably consider applying for an extension. And the reason for that is simply because, if you don't know, I have a not very pleasant disability that does cause time issues and time constraints. Here we go. Gazing at the still water of the lake, its black water draw me into a reflective trance. Here and there, flowers that I don't recognize grow along the bank. Cool. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna need to, like, which is why I kind of need to grind this game out, and I need to get through Soma as quickly as possible, so that I can start doing my analysis. I'll at least have, with those two, I will have 43 games, and I may not even do Soma. I may just stop at 42, just because, hey, 42, it'll be fun. Nerd. But I need to at least get one more game into the thing, and do the analysis based on that, because 41 games is just 41 games. Like, come on, I can at least get 42. But I just haven't been able to find enough games, especially that I'm certain I can finish, in, like, I want 50, and I don't think I can get 50, Lovecraftian games, unfortunately, just from a timing point of view. So I still want to do some streaming, and I've had some ideas of what to do, so there will still be something, but I don't know how much I will continue. I don't know how deep I will go. It might just be a casual thing, or I might try and get more professional about it. Well, he went and ate those bloody mushrooms, and of course now he's sick. Is there anything we can do? He's in a bad way, and I'm worried about him. Okay. Let's break out that was list of poisonous things. So it's got to be one of these. These tell me the cures, it doesn't tell me which one is which. So where are all the? It's not the sunset. Obviously, it's not Wandering Blue. It's not the Copper Caledonian. So we can be certain it's not either of those. It's not Bishop's Parasol, because I've got that already. Just put all my mushrooms together. All my fungi. So what, that means it has to either be Farmer's Worry or Spring Waxcap? Have I found Farmer's Worry? I think I found Farmer's Worry already as well. No, I haven't. Farmer's Worry, Spongy Mushroom... Ah, Spongy. Spongy. Alright, so that is definitely our Farmer's Worry. Often fatal, and antidote can be made using Royal Gentia. Royal Gentia. I don't think I've had... Oh, I apparently have. Ooh, it's the kidney one. The pink kidney one. This one. Yes? Yes. And the kidneys gave me Liverstone. Hey, you made it back! I have been to Blackcomb, I have fought the servant and lived, but still my adversary stands. It must be defeated. For my part, I am ashamed to say that I am done, and my soul could use the tonic of St. Quentin's elixir if I am ever to recover from the horror that I have seen. Horror that he has seen? Okay, that's a start. I mean, again, we are, like, officially I'm playing this game to find Lovecraftian content, and this game doesn't really seem to have much Lovecraftian content, I have to admit. But I love it so much. It is such a nice game. St. Quentin's elixir. A 5-pointed leaf to grant courage, a red flower to protect the mind, a seed pod for luck. Okay, again, I'm just gonna jump straight to the walkthrough. I hate it, but I just need to get through this as quickly as possible. Okay, the walkthrough is not actually giving me this, I guess because things happen out of order? Like, maybe? I don't know. Alright, let's, search for it directly. Think elixir list. I have to find the freaking elixir, the specific thing. Alright, Daisy Dog, Candlewood, Sheep Snap. And it's those three. Oh yay! I finally get to find out what those ones are. Alright, so that's one. Hang on. What one is that one? I don't know, but that one's the Daisy Dog. So I guess that one must be Candlewood. And Sheep Snap must be the bulbous one. Was that one Daisy Dog? Daisy Dog. St. Quentin's elixir. I wish I could have just spent the time puzzling that one out, but oh yeah, now I get the thing for Priddle that I needed ages ago. Ages ago, I needed that. Mailman. There's a hateful man I sometimes see around town. He's called Isidore Burbridge. I've heard of that name before, haven't I? Yesterday I saw him bending down as though to pet a stray dog, but instead he punched it as hard as he could. I rushed over and the coward fled. Someday he'll get his comeuppance. I mean, thank you for that lovely piece of information, but what does that have to do with the this letter that you've just given me? Alright, so hang on, what was it? Sagil and what? Sagil Chalice. Okay. Sagil is where... I'm a Sagil. Mostly because of my terrible, terrible jokes. Oh, okay. Only when I just skim the whole freaking map, I keep spotting things accidentally really fast, but this time I did not. Sagil, there it is. Alright, Sagil and Chalice. So, going right down to the name of that river. The Chellis clue takes me directly south of Sadule to a spot next to the river. Moss-covered rocks line the banks, velvet to the touch. In the moist conditions, a deadly-looking plant grows abruptly in the lush grass. Ooh, it's like a Venus flytrap. Being detective! I like you, detective. Runa tells me you are working gathering plants for a ritual that will help us defeat this creature. I want to help in any way I can. From what Verona has told me, I think this might be one of the plants needed to perform the ritual, but I'm afraid I don't know where it can be found. Okay! The binder ankle grabber. Yes, yes, yes. Onto the Swift Snare has small heart-shaped leaves. Fantastic. Little gold. Again, I'll deal with that later, but how nice. Read somewhere about a plant that'll lead you to gold. It has drooping red flowers and frilled leaves. That's the weeping what's its name. It's come up enough times that I'm not going to forget it. But I do forget what the hell it looked like. Damn it, I forget what it looked like. That one. That one was just dumb luck. Like, I didn't even check, I just hovered over it. Oh, boom. Pet the kitty. I can't help but noticing that Drea Huntsman is still alive. You don't seem to understand the importance of our work here. If you are not with us, then you are against us. When the redemption comes, and it will come, you will regret your actions. Praise the Dendra. Well, I lost my contact with them. Didn't really gain much from that. Decay gives way to new growth, from death life. The cycle starts again west of Witchgar by the river. Okay. Behind the woman, a dark skeletal figure began to rise, and a low primal snarl sounded across the clearing. The shepherd turned and ran, cold fear coursing through his veins. He did not run for long. Sorry, I'm responding to a important message. Give me a moment. Okay, so, let's start by looking at this thing. Cycle starts again west of White Scar by the river. I'm not 100% certain what the first one is supposed to give me. White Scar Cave? I thought that was saying White Seer Cave. Okay. Cycle starts again west by the... Okay, so let's just try going there. This time I thought that was White Seer, not White Scar. Sunbleached skull fixes me with its black-eyed gaze, a reminder from the chest of the skeleton a plant grows. Aww. Corpse plant! My favourite kind of plant. Mailman. I've lived under me all my life, and I've never seen the people as worried as they are now. Everyone's talking about the sisterhood and the servant. Somebody needs to do something to stop that beast. Well, don't look at me. Whoops. No, I didn't mean to move the thing. No, I've ruined the perfect order. Oh well. I was speaking to a woman from Arnside. Told me of a cave nearby that the locals stay away from. Apparently there is a strange plant that grows there, but the cave is believed to be haunted. Unfortunately, she was vague about where the cave was. Somewhere to the east was all she would say when I pressed her. So I guess that'll be the freaking White Cigar Cave that we just went to. A thin crack runs down the rock face, widening as it nears the ground, just wide enough for a man to slip through. But there's a problem. A large boulder blocks the entrance, too heavy to move. So I need Farmer's Worry? That's the one. Ooh, I'm glad I got that right. I'm surprised at how easily I'm able to roll away the boulder with the help of the Farmer's Worry. As my eyes adjust to the darkness, I discover several clusters of fungi growing there, reaching out desperately to the thin strip of light provided by the crack. New plants! Fungi! Bing! Why can't I remember? There was something important, I know there was, but there is only darkness now. Sour Bandy, is that a plant? Or is that an elixir? Sour Bandy. Okay, so it's been deliberately sabotaged. It is extremely bitter to the taste. And it looks like that. Okay, we're just going to go... I hate to say it, we're just going to go to the walkthrough. For anybody who's just tuning in, because I can't remember if I said it in this episode or last episode, because I have to get through the games as quickly as possible, or at least I have to get through this game as quickly as possible. As soon as I encounter possibly getting stumped, I'm just jumping straight to the walkthroughs. Because I need to. What's her name? Faye Swift. Okay. The game doesn't the walkthrough doesn't give me her story. Doesn't give me her at all. I'm not... So, huh. Not entirely sure what to do there. Maybe it's because things happen out of order, so maybe it's on an earlier day or something, but, oh well. Sour Bandy, just identifying the plant. Actually, no, screw it, we're just going to use the hints. Have some around here. I'm sure it's one of these. It's probably that one. Wait, hang on. Alright, let's just see. My fingertips feel slightly numbed. Where was the other one? Come on, there was that long, conically one. That one. Something about large stamens, so... okay, it's coming back. It happened in a dream. The woman in the jade mark was screaming at me to get out. Instead, I went deeper. I entered the mind of the creature. It was like slipping into a dark pool. Icy cold with who knows what terrors lurking beneath the surface. I felt powerful. Then suddenly something happened. She tore me out and my mind went dark. I have not been myself lately. It's like, there's definitely like a sort of Lovecraftian style horror happening in this game, but it doesn't seem to be happening to us. It happens to the world around us, which I actually like. When I originally started this thesis, I had a theory, which is it's not part of the thesis, but I had a theory that the best way to do Lovecraftian horror in video games would be to have the setting be a Lovecraftian horror and have the NPCs experiencing the Lovecraftian horror. So the basic theory there is that one of the core points about Lovecraftian horror is that it's helpless and hopeless. You are not supposed to be able to fight the horror, and it remains unknown to you. You cannot know about it, like all these different things. And I'm just like, what if that was the NPCs? What if that was everybody in the world except you? So if anytime you put yourself in the shoes of a character in the game world, it's Lovecraftian horror. Every step of it is Lovecraftian horror. But the player character is somehow outside of that. So everyone they interact with is experiencing that kind of horror. But the player themselves only experiences if they so choose, which actually is a little bit Lovecraftian in itself, because one of the traits of Lovecraftian horror is that the reader and the protagonist are removed from the horror, so they're hearing reports about it from somebody else. And you could do that. You could do that very effectively, but I'm not sure how well that would actually translate. And after playing a whole lot of the Lovecraftian games of varying definitions and varying degrees of Lovecraftian, there are better ways to make Lovecraftian games than what I just said, that just tick a lot of boxes in really interesting and inventive ways. Cultist Simulator is a great example of that. Cultist Simulator is an amazing example of Lovecraftian horror. My wife of 30 years is dying. As the truth of it, painful as it is to say out loud. Doctors say there is nothing they can do, but I cannot sit by and wait for it to happen. A man at the hospice let slip about a plant-based elixir. I don't think he meant for me to hear it, but I did, and now it's all I can think about. I understand the risks, but any price is worth paying if it means she doesn't have to die. Please, I'm begging you. Okay, cool. So it's the elixir of the damned. What was... cool, let's... Elixir of the damned. Caballia, Henchuck, and Duranthium. I haven't identified most of those plants, but I believe I have most of those plants. So let's start with... No, that's Coldry. Okay, that is one of them. And that's probably Henchuck. Sorry, I know this is so much more rewarding when you puzzle it out yourself, both as a player and as a viewer. But as I've explained multiple times, I can't really afford to do that. It's not that one, but it looks like that one. Duranthium. Can't see the top of it. Anyway, and Caballia is the last one, which is a sort of purpley one. Do I have the purpley one? Yeah, I know that much. hoping it would do the whole identify and pull the plants out and say it's one of these. It may not actually have the required plants. Oh, it's that one. Okay. I do have the required plants. It just... Where to go? Elixir of the Damned. What a delightful shop you have. I'm only in town for a brief visit, but I thought I might be able to get hold of some liverstone here. Yes, yes you can. Liverstone is just this one, apparently. Boom. I'm also speeding through right now because I know I'm going to have to stop at some point soon. So I just really want to get through, at least get through the day. I can't control it anymore. This has all gone too far. I never meant for it to turn on my sisters. It's too strong. I am trying to hold it back, but it wants to kill. That's all it wants. Death, 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 and more death. You have to help me. Ew. Okay, let's see what each of those do. Let's actually, like, yeah, we're looking at this. We're looking at this. This fungus is typically found in dense forests protruding through its glands. Said to strengthen resolve and sharpen the mind. Okay. That could be nice. Widow's Woe. Also, publishes unpleasant scent. Said to induce fear. We're going to sharpen her resolve. Yeah. If she fears, it'll just keep killing more. If we sharpen her resolve, maybe she will help us. Dead man's fingers. Carnivorous Torn. There's been talk over the last few nights down the royal oak of a servant creature going around slaughtering people. I used to enjoy walking in the hills, but I daren't leave my house now. What are you doing here? Decided to bring nature to me in the meantime. The glow of a few pixie lamps would surely warm my heart. Glowhorn. Glowhorn. Ooh, is that the blue one? Am I finally... Is it this one? Please tell me it's this one. Yay! I've been wondering what that one was for a long time. I like that one. I forgot to do exploring. I forgot to check if I needed to explore anywhere before ending the day. She finally had the power she had craved all these years, a servant to do as she willed, but that power came at a cost. The servant was awoken, and it would not be contained. It was the Dendru, the dread. It was death. To the east of the castle, across the river, and through the mountain pass. It grows at the edge of the wood. Alright, well, there's a castle up in the north. How am I doing for time? I should have enough time to find this at least. Maybe it's not that castle. Maybe it's a different castle. Where's the card? To the east of the castle, across the river, and through the mountain pass. Well, that's two rivers, so I don't think it's going to be that one. There's no river for that one. That's a freaking lake, excuse me. That looks promising. So, there, one of those two. Boom. The trees sway effortlessly in the cool breeze. I can say words. The low hum of the crickets chirping rides the wind. A sense of calm washes over me, and I'm rewarded with a new find. It's a plant. Ooh, it's a green plant with no pretty flowers. It's just pretty green. Okay. So, you know what? I'm just gonna have a look at the walkthrough of this game to see how much of the game is left, because I think I'm pretty close to being done. Goes to... Okay, so... Oh! This is day 15, isn't it? So I'm almost done. Like... I think, like... The walkthrough says day 16, endings explained, and day 17 is the epilogue. So... Can I get... let me just double check to see if I need to do anything or respond to anything right now. Okay, I have responded to the things. Hello all the other peoples, and oh, that was a ding saying that I am needed elsewhere, or I am wanted elsewhere. So, I will have to finish this up later, I am afraid, but thank you very much for joining me, and we are almost done. We are this close to finishing, so next time should be the finale. Alright, yeah, thank you very much, and, it's such a shame to go through this so fast, but, still, thank you, and farewell.